A real image with no reserved space genuinely shows this real article's text down the instant it loads. Let's measure the real shift. CLS, cumulative layout shift, is a real, unitless score for how much visible content actually jumped around after it first appeared on screen, most commonly caused by an image or ad slot with no reserved width and height. A low score under 0.1 means a real visitor's eyes never got ambushed by moving content. It's cumulative, so it adds up every real shift across the whole page visit. Every time a real visible element moves without a user action causing it, the browser genuinely multiplies how much of the viewport it affected by how far it moved, and adds that real number to a running score for the whole page. This real slot has no width or height set anywhere, so the actual browser holds exactly zero space for whatever eventually lands inside it. As far as layout is concerned, it genuinely doesn't exist yet at all. This real image genuinely arrives 300 milliseconds late, well after the surrounding real paragraph text has already settled into its final position on screen for the reader. The instant that image is inserted with no reserved space, the browser has to genuinely push every real element below it further down the page, a visible, jarring shift a real reader can actually watch happen. Every real pixel that content actually moved, multiplied by how much of the screen was affected, counts toward this score. A reader who was mid-sentence when it happened may have genuinely lost their place entirely. Give the image real width and height attributes before it even loads. In tag, the browser now genuinely knows its real aspect ratio immediately, before a single byte downloads. Even before the actual image file has downloaded, the browser genuinely blocks out that exact real space in the layout, so nothing below it has anywhere to shift into later on. The exact same real image, loading at the exact same real late moment, but this time it slots into space that was already reserved, so nothing else on the real page has to move at all. Any late arriving real element, an ad slot, an embedded video, a cookie banner causes this same genuine shift unless it has reserved space set aside for it from the very first render pass. Instead of hard-coded width height attributes, Real CLS aspect ratio can reserve the same genuine proportional space responsively, which matters more once an image needs to resize across real screen widths. A fallback font and a custom font rarely take up the exact same real space. Swapping between them can shift surrounding text just like an unsized image does. If a real visitor clicks something that intentionally expands content, an accordion, a read more button, that expected, real shift is excluded from CLS entirely by design. Because CLS is cumulative, one genuinely large late-loading element can outweigh several tiny shifts combined, worth checking for that one biggest real offender first. Next, INP, the real metric for how responsive a click actually feels.